Section 9.1, linear and nonlinear systems of equations. So let's just start with the first question. They're telling you here, of a system of equations in an order pair that satisfy each equation in the system, which is the solution is going to be, because we're going to study a system, that means we have more than one equation. So the solution is supposed to be satisfy each equation. That means when you plug in x, y in the equations, you're gonna get equal to the right side. So the solution is going to be is of the system equation of order pair. If you go to the second one, the first step to solve a system of equations by the method, we're going to learn two methods. The section 9.1, the substitution method, and section 9.2 is going to be the elimination method. So you're going to choose the substitution method here. That's it for this one. The third one is going to be graphically solutions of a system of two equations. When you graph the system, graph the first equations and graph the second one. The solution is going to be the intersection between these two equations. That means there's going to be the intersection point of intersection. For in business application, the total revenue equal to the total cost. When the revenue equal the cost, this is called a breaking point, even breaking point, or break-even point. That means your solution equal to the cost. Sorry, the cost equal to the revenue. So now let's go to example 6. I'm not going to solve all these. I'm going to show you how to prove that this is a solution. Determine whatever each order pair is a solution of the system. Each order pair is a solution. So in this case, you have to plug in the point. So for the first one, we have the equation. This is number 5. We have 2x minus y equal 4. And the second one, we have 8x plus y equal -9. So if you look to A, we need to prove that the point 0, -4 is a solution. That means this is x and here is y. I'm going to check with the first equation. If I plug in x here and y here, do I get 4? Let's check that. So if you plug in 2 times 0 plus, it's minus -4, minus -4, is that equal 4? 2 times 0 is going to be 0, negative times negative, positive 4, which is equal 4. So this is right, satisfy the first equations. Now let's check with the second equations. If I plug in 0, -4 on the second one, 0, -4, I'm gonna plug in here in the second one. So 0, maybe 0 times 8 times 0 plus -4, is that equal -9? 8 times 0 is going to be 0. So we're going to get -4 equal -9. This is contradiction. This is a wrong statement. So that's mean this is not a solution. So 0, -4 is not a solution. You have to get two equal sides. And you have to satisfy the solution, satisfy the two equations. So this is not a solution. I'm going to check the last one because there's a fraction in it. The last one we have, and you have to do B and D. B and C. Let's do D. D, we have -½ and -5. -1/2 and -5. That means this is X and here is Y. So we're gonna plug in with the first equations. 2 times -1/2 as an X minus Y. So minus -5 supposed to be equal 4. Now 2 times -2, you're gonna cancel these, so it's gonna be -1. Negative times negative, positive 5. So the result is going to be 4. So that means -1 plus 5 is going to be 4 equal 4. So this is satisfied. So with the first equation, it's satisfied. Now let's check the second one. We're gonna plug in this point on the second one, which is -1/2 and -5. This is X and here is Y. I'm gonna plug in on the second one. So it's going to be 8 times -1/2 plus Y, which is -5. The result is supposed to be equal -9. Now 8 times half is going to be -4 plus times minus is going to be -5 equal -9. So we get -9 equal -9. So this is satisfied. That's mean -1/2 and -5 is a solution. Solution for the system. So this is a solution. So we're gonna check this one. It's a solution. Now we just have to do B and C. You're gonna do exactly the same steps, and that's how you're gonna check it's a solution or no. Let's go to example 6. On example 6, solve the system by the method of substitution. Check your answer graphically. So you see the answer, we're gonna check our answer with this graph. So the first thing is 3x plus y equals 16. 3x plus y equals 16. And the second one is -x plus y equal 0. By substitution method. So I'm gonna check which equations is easier to solve. This is the first one. This is the second one. So the easiest one to solve is the second one. So -x plus y is going to be equal 0. I'm gonna move the x to the other side by adding x. So we're gonna add x here and add x here. That's mean this is cancelled, so y is going to be equal x. So this is the third one. Now I'm going to substitute 3 and 1. So substitute 3 and 1. That's mean it's going to be, here is 3x plus y equal 16. I'm gonna substitute in each y, I'm gonna put x. So 3x plus in each y, I'm gonna put x equals 16. Now 3x plus x is going to be 4x equals 16. Divide both sides by 4. That means x is going to be equal 4. So here is the value of x. Now I need to find the value of y. I'm going to plug in here in the 3, because by 3, we have y equal x. That means y equal 4. So the solution for this system is going to be 4 and 4, because x is 4 and y is 4. So let's check here. I'm going to type 4, 4. And if you look to the graph, the intersection point between these two lines is, this is 4 as an x, and the y is also 4. So the point 4, 4 is a solution for example 6. We're going to do exactly the same thing for example 7. So we have the system. Our system is x minus 4y. X minus 4y equal negative 13. And the second one is x plus 3y equal 1. So now, which one is easier to solve? I'm going to solve the second one. What I'm going to do in the second one, I'm going to keep the x on this side and move the y to the other side. So from, this is 1, and this is 2. So from 2, I'm going to say x equal, move the 3y on the other side, is going to be 1 minus 3y. Now this is equation 3. I'm going to plug in 3 in 1. So now a 3 and 1. So here is the equations 1, which is x minus 4y equal negative 13. I'm going to plug in instead of each x, 1 minus 3y. So 1 minus 3y minus 4y is going to be equal negative 13. And by the way, for this one, you can solve it for x or for y. It's up to you which variable you're going to choose. Now we need to simplify this one. We can't distribute. So I'm going to keep 1 minus 3y minus 4y equal negative 13. Combine the like terms here. So it's going to be 1 minus 7y equal negative 13. Now next step, we're going to minus 1 from both sides. Cancel here. So negative 7y is going to be equal negative 14. Then divide both sides by negative 7. That means the value of y is going to be equal 2. So now we have the value of y equal 2. So we're going to plug in this one in question 3. So by 3, x equal 1 minus 3y. That means x equal 1 minus 3 and y is 2. So x equal 1 minus 6. That means x equal negative 5. So the solution for this system is x is negative 5 and y is 2. This is our solution for this system. And 100% is going to be satisfy both these two equations. So our solution is negative 5, comma, and 2. And let's check here. The intersection point here. You see this is negative 4. That means here is going to be negative 5 because the scale here with the axis goes by 4. And on the top, this is 4. And that means here's 2. So on the intersection point is negative 5, 2. That's it for this question. Let's do the same steps with number 8. Solve the system by substitution method. So the system is x minus y equal negative 6 and x squared minus y equal negative 4. So we need to solve this system. Again, always you have to check which one is easier to solve for x or y. So this is the first one, and here's the second one. So I have x squared here. So the easiest one to solve is the first one. So I'm going to say from 1 is going to be x minus y equal -6. I'm going to solve it for x or for y. That means x is going to be equal -6 plus y. I'm going to move the y to the other side. So this is 3. So now 3, I'm going to substitute 3 and 2. So 3 and 2. So here is the second one. X squared minus y equal -4. X squared, that's mean -6 plus y squared minus y equal -4. Now we need to solve this one for the y. So let's solve this one for y. First of all, I have to FOIL this one. That's mean, I'm gonna keep working here. It's -6 plus y, -6 plus y minus y equal -4. -6 times -6 is going to be 36. -6 times y is -6y. Y times -6 is -6y. Y times y, so it's going to be plus y squared minus y is going to be equal -4. Combine like terms, I'm going to put the y squared first. -6 minus 6, -12. Minus 1, so it's going to be -13. So minus 13y plus 36 equal -4. Now move the 4 to this side. So we're going to add 4. That's mean y squared minus 13y plus 36 plus 4. So it's going to be plus 40 equal 0. Now I need to solve this one to find the value of y. So let's factor this one. It's a quadratic. So I'm going to open 2 parentheses equals 0. 1y here, 1y here, and 40 is, I'm going to use 8 times 5. So I'm going to put 8, put 5 here, minus and minus. So -8y, -5y. So add these together is going to be -13, which is the middle term. That means this is right. So now y minus 8 is going to be equal 0. That means y is going to be equal 8. So this is the first y. I'm going to plug in 3 in 3. That means by 3, which is x equal -6 plus y. That means x is going to be -6 plus 8. So x is going to be equal -6 plus 8 is going to be 2. So the first solution is going to be x is 2 and y is 8. So this is the first solution. That means the first intersection with the two graphs, with this one and this one. Now let's graph the second one. The graph of the second one, because we have two values of y, when y equal 8, and the second part is y minus 5 equals 0. That means y is going to be equal 5. So this is the value of y. Now by 3, x equal -6 plus y. That means x equal -6 plus y, which is 5. So x is going to be equal -1. So now we have another solution, which is x is -1 and y is 5. Let's check these 2 points. So here we're gonna plug in the smallest x value, which is this one. That means I'm gonna put -1, 5. The second one, the large x value, which is 2, 8. Let's check here on the graph. So this is -1, and the first intersection point here, which is 5, because here's 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, and 6. So this is right. 2 and 8, here is 2, and here is 8. So here is the second intersection point. So you see the first one here is, this is -1 and 5. And the second one is, here is 2, go up, and here is 8. So here is the second intersection point between these two graphs. That means this is right, and this one is also right. So we got it right. Let's move to example 9. Let's check example 9, how we're gonna solve this one. So for example 9, we have the first equations, which is x squared minus y squared equals 0. And the second one, oh, it's not squared, it's just y. And the second one is x squared minus 4x plus y equals 0. So this is the first equations, and here is the second one. Now I'm gonna look which one is easier to solve. If you look at the second one, it's hard to solve for x or for the y. You can solve it for the y, it's gonna be okay, but the first one is easier. So from 1, I'm gonna solve the first one. We have x squared minus y equal 0. I'm gonna add y. That means y is going to be equal x squared. So this is number 3. Because we're gonna move the y here, is going to be x squared equal y, which is the same thing, y equal x squared. Now plug in 3 and 2. So 3 and 2. We're gonna get, here's 2x squared minus 4x plus y equals 0. That means it's going to be x squared minus 4x plus y is going to be equal x squared equals 0. Now we're going to combine the like terms. So x squared plus x squared is going to be 2x squared minus 4x is going to be equal 0. Now I'm going to factor the 2x as a common. The left is going to be x minus 2 equal 0. That means we have 2x equals 0. That means x is going to be equal 0. So this is the first value. Plug in x equals 0 here. So y by 3, I'm going to say by 3 x equal, or y equal x squared. That means y is going to be equal 0 squared. So y equals 0. So our first solution is going to be the point 0, 0. Let's plug in the second part of this, which is x minus 2 is going to be equal 0. That means x is going to be equal to 2. So x equal to by 3. I'm gonna plug in 3 here. Sorry, 2 in the question 3. Y equal x squared. So y equal 4. This is make more sense because the point here is 2 and the y is 4. I put the 3. So that's it for this example. Now you can check it. I didn't change the number here. So this one is supposed to be 4. That's it for this example. Let's keep going to example 10. Example 10 is a really important one because you have to create the system. So they're telling you the given amount of annual interest earned from a total is 14,000 invested in two funds. So let's say the first fund is X and the second fund is Y. So first fund is X and the second one is Y. So that's mean X plus Y is going to be 14,000. This is our first equations. Now let's check here. Write and solve the system of equations to find amount invested at each given rate. The annual interest that you earned for these two funds at 4% and at 6%. So these two is going to be the second equation. But our first interest is 4%. That means going to be 4 divided by 100. So it's going to be equal 0.04. And the second one is 6%. So it's going to be 6 divided by 100. So it's going to be 0.06. For the second one, this is for the Y and this is for the X. That means it's going to be 0.04X plus 0.06Y is going to be equal, how much the interest? 730. So this is our first equations, and here is the second one. Now we need to solve this system. How are we going to solve it? By substitution method. So what I'm going to do, the easiest one to solve is the first one. So from 1, X is going to be equal 14,000 minus Y. I'm going to write down the first equations first, then I'm going to solve it. X plus Y equal 14,000, and X is going to be equal 14,000 minus Y. This is number 3. Now plug in 3 in 2. That's mean X equal. So I'm going to plug in 3 and 2. So 0.04X plus 0.06Y is going to be equal 730. I'm going to plug in instead of this X, 0.04 times X is 14,000 minus Y plus 0.06Y is going to be equal 730. Then I'm going to distribute. So 0.04 times 14,000 is going to be 560. That's mean here is going to be, because I need to distribute here. So 560 minus 0.04Y plus 0.06Y is going to be equal 730. Now, next step, we're going to combine the like terms. 0.04Y plus 0.06 is going to be 560 plus 0.02Y equal 730. Next step, we're going to minus 560 from both sides. Cancel here. So 730 minus 560 is going to be 170. Yes, we can divide it by this one, equal 170. Now divide both sides by 0.042 0.02. So 170 divided by 0.02 is going to be 8,500. That's mean y is going to be 8,500. This is the y. That's mean with 60% is going to be 8,500. Now by 3, x is going to be equal 14,000 minus y. X is going to be equal 14,000 minus 8,500. So 14,000 minus 8,500 is going to be 5,500. By 8,500, that's mean x is going to be equal 5,500. This is at y with 60%, because we let 60% here with the y, so at 6%. And this one at 4%. That's it for this example. So we're gonna type here at 4% is going to be 5,500, and at 60% is going to be 8,500. We got it right. Now let's go to example 11. Example 11. We have used the equations for the total cost and the total revenue to find the number of X units company must sell to break even point, or break even. You see, we have two equations. We have the cost, which is C equal 8600 plus 240. This is the cost, and our revenue with X is going to be 959,657. 57x. So when they're telling you it's a break even, that means the cost, which is C over the X, is going to be equal to the revenue. By the way, this is the cost is for the X, which is the same thing. Now that means 8600x plus 240000 equal the revenue, which is 9657x. So now I need to solve this one. I'm gonna minus 8600 from both sides. This cancel. It's going to be 24000 equal 1057. X. Divide both sides by 1057. This means X is going to be equal to 227.05. They ask you to round to the nearest whole number. That means X is going to be equal to 227. This is the number of items or units you have to produce to get the break-even point. So that means your cost is going to be equal to the revenue. There is no profit. In this case, you have to produce more than 227 units, so you're gonna get profit. So we're gonna type here 227. We got it right. Let's move to example 12. Use the system of equations to find the dimension of the rectangle meeting, and here's condition. The parameter is 56 inch and the width is 3/4 the length. 3/4 the length. So let's check how we're gonna solve this one. They're telling you the parameter equal 42. So the first thing I'm gonna say, let the length equal x. You want to do it x, you want to do it L, it's both is going to be the same thing. Oh yeah, let's do it x. Equal x. So the width is going to be 3/4 the length. That's mean 3. The width is the y, equal y. And p as a parameter equal, how much the parameter? 56. Now, the first thing, the parameter of rectangle is equal length times width. That's mean parameter equal the length is x and the width is y. This is the rule. The parameter is the length times the width. So here is the first equations. I'm gonna plug in 56. So 56 is going to be equal x times y. This is the first one. Now the second one, they're telling you the length, the width is 3/4 the length. That's mean the width, which is the y, equal to 3/4 the length, which is x. So here is the second one. Now here is my system. Now, the parameter is not, this is the area. The parameter for the rectangle is 2 length plus the width. Yes, the parameter, not the area. That means going to be 2. The length is x plus y. That means our first equations is going to be distribute this one, which is 2x plus 2y. This is the first one. Now we're gonna plug in y and x. The first 2 and 1. So 2 and 1 is going to be 56 equal 2x plus 2 and y is 3/4x. 3/4 and here's the x. Now let's simplify this one. That means 56 equal 2x plus 2 times 3 is going to be 6/4x. Now we need to cancel the 4, so I'm going to multiply everything by 4. That means 56 times 4 is going to be 2/4 equal. 4 times 2 is going to be 8x plus 6x. Combine these together. So 2, 2, 4 equal 14x. Then divide both sides by 14. That means our x is going to be 224 divided by 14 is going to be 16. So our length is 16. Now by 2, gonna plug in 16 here. That means y equal 3/4x. y equal 3 over 4 and x is 16. Simplify these. So y is going to be equal 3 times 4, 12. So y is 12 and x is 16. So plug in here. The width is 12 and the length is 16. 6. We got it right. That's it for example 12. Let's go to example 13. So for example 13, what is the dimension of rectangular tract of land when its parameter is 74 and area is 340? So the same thing, we're gonna let the length is x and the width is going to be y. So the parameter equal to length plus width. So that means our parameter is 74. So 74 is going to be equal to x plus 2y. This is our first equation. The second one, they're telling you the area. The area of rectangle is the length times the width. So x times y. The area here is 340. That means 340 is going to be equal xy. This is number 2. Now, how are we going to solve? We have 2 equations. That means this is our system. You can write down the second one here. xy. This is the second one. So here is our system. Now we need to solve this system. So from 2, you're going to solve 2 for x or y. Let's solve it for x. X is going to be equal 340 divided by y. This is the third one. Now 3 in 1, plug in 3 in 1. So 74 equal 2x plus 2y. That means 74 is going to be equal to x is 340 over y plus 2y. Now we need to solve this one. So the first thing, you're going to multiply 2 times 340 to simplify to keep the y by itself. So 2 times 340 is going to be, is that right? 340, yes. That means 74 is going to be equal 680 over y plus 2y. Now we need to cancel the y, so we're going to multiply everything by y. That means it's going to be 74y equal 680 times y plus 2y times y. That means 740y equal 680, because you can cancel this one with this one, plus 2y squared. If you look to this one, there is 2. We can divide both sides by 2. So now I'm going to move the 74, or you can simplify it by dividing by 2. It's up to you. So move 74 to this side. So I'm going to write down 2y squared minus 74y plus 680 is going to be equal 0. I'm moving this one here, but I'm going to write down from squared the term with the y and the constant, then divide both by 2, everything by 2, so it's going to be y squared minus 37 plus 34 equal 0. Now we need to factor this quadratic equation. So we're going to factor this one. 340, it's 20 times 17. So I'm going to open 2 parentheses, equal 0, y minus 20 and minus 17. So negative 20y, negative 17, and add these together is going to be negative 37. That's mean y equal minus 20 equal 0, so y equal 20. In this case, y equal 20, we're gonna plug in 20 here. That's mean by 3, x is going to be 340 divided by 20. 340 divided by 20 is going to be 17. That's mean x equals 17. So if we have the width 20, the length is going to be 17. Do the opposite thing. Now, if we have y equal y minus 17 equals 0, that means y is going to be equal 17 by 3. X is going to be equal 340 divided by y. So x is going to be equal 340 divided by 17. That means x is going to be equal 20. So check the dimensions, one opposite the other one. That's mean if you have the width 17, the length 20. If the width 20, this one is going to be 17, so it means it's going to be the opposite thing. So here they didn't tell you, just enter the length of the sides as a comma separate. So that means we're gonna put 17, comma 20. That's it for example 13. If you wanna, because you always going to divide by 2 in this step, you can divide by 2 here. So it's going to be 37 equal x plus y, but it's going to be the same way. Always you're trying to simplify it. If you want to simplify it here, if you want to simplify it here, it's going to be the same solution.